Are we ready?
Yep.
We're all good? All right, ready to rock. Here we go.
Look.
You can find us at BWSSpodcast.com and on Facebook at BWSS Podcast. This is because we said so. Let's start the show.
It's true. It's true.
And now, recording from beautiful and sexy Miami with your hosts, Seth and Laz and Research Lucas. It's because we said so.
All right, sure is. Because we said so. We got Seth over here in mic 1. We got Laz over there in mic 2.
Yo.
Looking at the camera. We got Lucas over there in mic 3.
What's up?
What a dickhead.
What's up?
And then we got Jackson in mic 4. Back at it again. Boom, boom, ba-doom. Notice the pen. He's been taking notes. He's ready to go. He's fired up. So we're going to kick this shit off. So real quick, Jackson, what's your favorite color?
Lilac.
Lilac. I think I got lilac. All right. It's purple-ish.
Purplish.
Yeah, we'll take
Right
it.
track.
It's kind of purple. Interesting, because we have the lavender. I was like, what's your favorite, what shirt do you want, black or lavender? He's like, lavender. Then we find out his favorite color is lilac. So it's pretty freaking sweet.
They're
All right,
cousins.
so topics we got for today. We're going to do the Russian and Iranian hacking. New Borat movie came out. We all watched it. We're going to talk about it. Its portrayal of U.S. Politics is quite interesting. NASA samples an asteroid. Solar becomes the cheapest electricity. Did you guys hear about this article? Anything?
Yep.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah, I just
sweet.
saw it.
Uber and Lyft are reclassified. The Pope accepts same-sex marriage, and New Yorker reporter caught masturbating
yeah,
on a
I
Zoom
saw that
call.
one.
Dude, you didn't see that one? You didn't see
Yeah.
that one, Jackson?
Did not see it.
All right, perfect. All right, so we hail from Miami. You can get our website at bwsspodcast.com. Our Facebook, our Twitter is also BWSS Podcast, and Instagram is BWSS Cast. So follow us, like us, all that crap. By the way, is your volume okay on your headphones, Jackson?
What was the question?
Is the volume on your headphones?
Yes, perfect.
Clearly not, because you didn't hear them.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of hear you because you're close. But
All right, how was that? Is that a little better for you?
actually, I got a little bit more.
A little bit more?
Yeah.
Turn the music up.
All right, there you go. Whoa,
Turn me up a little bit.
How's that?
perfect.
Perfect? Okay. Want to make everything to be perfect. All right, well then, that being the case,
It's time for Quick News.
so I'm going to go ahead and jump in everyone's favorite segment. USA Today, California ballot drop box set ablaze in possible arson, damaging up to 100 ballots. You guys hear about this one?
Of course.
So this is in LA County. Ballot drop box in a majority Latino town in California was set on fire Sunday night, which may have destroyed up to 100 ballots 2 weeks before the November 3rd election. The arson of an official ballot drop box by the Baldwin Park Library in the 1st District has all the signs of an attempt to disenfranchise voters and call into question the security of our elections, says Los Angeles County Supervisor Hilda L. Solis in a statement. The county's registrar's office has asked both the FBI and the Attorney General to investigate the fire. A video shared by Baldwin Park resident George Silva shows firefighters sawing through the drop box. Once it was unsealed with smoke coming out, firefighters removed a dozen ballots. So in LA County, in a Latin community, or mostly Latin community, I guess someone decided to set it on fire. And what's funny about this is the Republicans are one saying it's not a re-election, and there's a lot of hanky-panky going on, and clearly it was a Republican that actually did this
Why
shit.
can't they have security for those things?
Well, dude, they're all over the place.
Or a camera or something.
No, I mean,
Some type of
camera.
deterrent.
I think now they probably will do cameras. That's for sure. But what's interesting about it is it's LA. I mean, California. California is going to be a blue state no matter what. Republicans have no chance of winning California. Just forget about it. So it's just kind of interesting. All right, next one. You guys know the DJ Jose Padilla?
No.
No?
DJ
Anyone?
Jose Padilla.
No.
Nobody? Wow, dude.
Wow.
Jeez. All right, well, Pitchfork, Jose Padilla, iconic Ibiza DJ, dead at 64. Jose Padilla which is Padilla, the Spanish spelling, known for his sets at Cafe Del Mar, died on Sunday, October 18th. The news was confirmed by his family via his social media accounts. Earlier this year, Padilla revealed that he had been diagnosed with colon cancer. A GoFundMe was launched to help cover his expenses. His family and friends would like to say thank you to everyone who sent donations and messages of support to help make this last few months easier on this, and to all the staff. Can Mrs. Hospital, taking care of him until the end. Born in Barcelona, Padilla is known widely as the godfather of chill out. His Cafe Del Mar residency was an inspiration behind the popular mix series of the same name. And I don't know, I can't speak for everyone, but most of us in the EDM scene had at least one Cafe Del Mar CD.
Yeah, but you are into that music though. That's probably why I want to hear it.
For sure. So
I'm more like Taylor Swift, Meghan Trainor.
Oh God. Okay.
I'm bullshitting.
So anyway, it's kind of a bummer. We lost another major DJ. Definitely a little bit more chill style music. So, all right, Pope, take it away.
The Pope said he was okay with same-sex marriage, or as when I was reading the article, it's more of a civil union. This from CNN. Pope Francis declared support for civil unions for same-sex couples for the first time, according to the Catholic news agency. Basically, he was on a documentary called Francesco,
sure,
whatever, a new documentary from a Russian filmmaker, Evenchi Finiski.
Okay.
Basically, it was not that, because at first I was like, is he making that decision for like the religion of the Catholic Church? Until I read up on it, and you always said, don't just look at the headlines.
Sure.
Not to me, but to everyone. Yeah.
We know.
So when I saw that at first, I was like, oh shit, what the hell? You can't make that type of decision. But basically, what he's trying to say is, if two people want to be together or like want to have like a family or have a kid, there's no reason for them to not be able to have that type of love in their life, even though if it's okay or not with the religion. Does that make sense? Which I feel like is a decent thing from anybody, because most other religions are not going to be on that. Where like my family's are Christian, they don't agree with all that stuff that goes on, like such as for same-sex marriages and stuff like that.
So was he speaking for the religion, or was he just giving his own opinion?
He can't speak for he's giving his own opinion.
I got you.
Yeah, he's just saying that it's just like civil union.
Speaking for
civil unions is okay. It's like we're not going to abandon you or abolish you from the Catholic faith because you've been civilly married as a same-sex couple.
Sure.
Basically.
Okay.
Plus, it's like it's a little easier of a population to talk to about contraception as well.
That's true.
You ain't got to worry about
it. He's a progressive Pope. He's always.
That's why they put him in, because the Catholics were losing a lot of support, especially in the wake of this whole, molestation scandal that's still ongoing. So they had to do something. So they put him on because they knew he would be the Pope that the people wanted, and they're absolutely right. For sure.
It's definitely a difference from the past few popes.
Sure.
For sure.
Sure. All right. Well, I mean, we can certainly go behind that. That's for sure. So let's hear it. Let's hear it for the Pope once again, hooking it up.
Do what you gotta do.
Yeah, man. Seriously. If it makes you happy, that's what this world needs.
I never understand why whatever anybody else is doing that has nothing to do with you bothers people so much.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
100%.
It doesn't make any sense at all.
I'm with you, man.
Yep.
All right. BBC, NASA's OSIRIS-REx asteroid probe picking a parking space from 200 million miles. You guys hear about this? So it was a probe that landed on an asteroid real fast and got some debris, and it's flying back. Yeah. So OSIRIS-REx touched down on Tuesday at 500 meters wide Bennu. So 500 meters wide, it's pretty big. It's over a quarter mile, 320 million kilometers, 200 million miles from Earth. NASA probe sent to collect rock from an asteroid several hundred million kilometers from Earth has grabbed so much that the samples are spilling out. Officials behind the probe, which landed on Bennu earlier this week, say the collection operation may have performed too well. Pictures being back to Earth show a rock has wedged open the door of a container and a fraction of the sample is leaking. NASA says it is trying to stow it safely. The craft is believed to have collected some 400 grams of fragments. The collection container will now be stowed within the spacecraft, which means it will not be possible to measure exactly how much has been taken. Although we may have to move more quickly to stow the sample, it's not a bad problem to have, Mr. Zerbuchin said. We are so excited to see what appears to be an abundant sample that inspires scientists for decades beyond this historic moment. What's interesting, it left in 2016. It actually orbited around it for a while, and then it was like, all right, let's go in. And it's supposed to come back in like 2022 or something like that.
That's pretty cool, though.
It is cool. That's a lot of money for some dirt, though. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of work to be able to the technology to just do that.
100%.
To grab something in space and bring it back down here.
It's pretty impressive.
That's moving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, here's the thing. When you're moving at the same speed, it's not moving quite as much.
I was about to turn off that whole situation until you're like, yeah, it's been following it since 2016.
Well, it left here in 2016,
but
so it was orbiting around it. And that's what's interesting about like these asteroids is because the way gravity works and relativity, Einstein's theory, even something that small can have enough mass to allow for orbiting around it. And what orbiting basically is you're falling at the same speed you're moving. So if you're close enough to it to where, it's pulling you in and you're moving forward at the exact same speed, that's what an orbit is. So if you can find that balance, then you can orbit around just about anything, provided it has enough mass to match what it is you're trying to orbit. Going a little bit deeper than I expected there. All right, so Jackson, Lyft and Uber, you ready to rock on that shit or what?
Let's go.
All right, so here we go.
All right. So January 1st, a bill was passed called the Assembly Bill 5 that's questioned whether employees should be treated or contract workers should be treated as employees in the example.
This is California, right?
California, yes.
Okay, yeah.
So the state of California sued Uber and Lyft in May of 2020, saying they violated state law. And that they needed to reclass. And then as of this past Thursday, it was announced that California had to in the state of California, companies had to reclassify their contract workers as employees. Of course, both companies have pushed back and threatened, saying that they were going to shut down operations entirely. Because, of course, we all know what kind of fleet of drivers that each city has.
Yeah.
So,
they probably can't afford to do the benefits.
yeah, there's no way that their current
Not a chance.
business operations would be able to continue.
Yeah.
But this one is weird because do you remember when we all worked in the same place and when they shut down and we had to either be off or they find another job in the hotel and do whatever we were doing?
Yeah.
Yep.
I can't remember. There was a kid, he used to work with us.
A lot of people shifted around and got new jobs and everything. Yeah.
And then one dude was like, I'm just going to do Uber for a couple of days. I'm like, what the hell is Uber? This is how I first remembered Uber.
Sure.
He's like, it's this thing where like you just get in the app and if you want to share, somebody wins a ride, they'll give you a couple of bucks. All right, cool. I don't feel like I know how much is blown up and how much Uber and Lyft make, but I don't feel like it's something that should be like that. Like where this,
they made a lot
you're
more
an
money
employee.
back then. They don't make nearly as much now because now there's so many drivers out there. So
No, I'm not talking about the driver. I'm talking about the company as a whole makes a hell more money than they were making before.
Sure.
Well,
I don't
and
even
worldwide,
I don't know.
they're everywhere, and they're trading on the stock market. What's that, Jackson?
Well, a lot of this has to do with benefits that they're not qualifying for as contract workers. So, in a weird way, when I've thought about myself, throughout the years, when I was looking for a part-time job, was I even wanting those things? No. And a lot of times Uber, the value that it offers drivers is the flexibility of schedule and things like that. So I've seen lots of people that I've known that have driven at night, driven in the weekends, things like that. So I don't even know
for sure.
because that's what
as a restaurant worker, I never cared that I didn't make $15 an hour because I was always sort of focused on making a lot of money that night. So if I'm putting myself in the headspace as a contract worker who's trying to pick up hours as a driver, I don't know.
But that's
You're
how
paying
that's what it
taxes
was.
now,
That's what it was sold as, though. That's my whole thing. It's like it wasn't sold to be a job. It was sold to be
a gig,
a side thing,
gig economy.
So I get it that maybe some people probably woke up and said, you know what, I'm gonna be an Uber driver. I'm not doing what I wanted to do in life right now.
40, 60 hours in on it, and then
then it changes.
Cars,
Okay.
things of that nature.
I had a friend who did it. My friend Elon did it out in California back in like the heyday when it first started. He was making like $25, $30 an hour, killing
But
it.
only doing that though.
Only doing that. And he was like, yeah, you need some money. He was, he's one of those artists out there doing his thing. And if we need to make a bunch of money, he would just crush it. And then he'd chill for a while.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and of course in San Francisco, obviously you get much, I would imagine it cost more back then. Here where we live, it was cheap as hell. Now that they don't have the shared pool anymore, it's gotten a little bit more expensive. So,
I mean, it did. I will say this: a lot of people that were not able to be as mobile were very mobile,
big time. Elena doesn't drive. She gets to go anywhere she wants.
And I know a lot of people got rid of cars because they didn't need a car. Like,
yeah, same. I got rid of my car. Like, what's the point?
We have one
Uber
car
anyway.
for our house. Yeah.
Look for parking and like get gas and all repairs and all that stuff. Like, if you have to go anywhere far away, you can take an Uber. Though you can put your shopping in the trunk. So it's better than paying for a car and paying for insurance all the time. Of course, I have 2 fucking cars here now. So I guess they're going to be able to get insurance. They're going to be able to get 401k if they wants to get offered. They'll get benefits. They'll get, disability. Like all that stuff's going to be available for them, which is a good thing. But
well, they deserve it.
Taxes. They deserve it.
They're making the company a big chunk of change.
Well, it depends on,
Bunch of
I think the
fucking
next
money.
thing they're going to wind up arguing about is who's full-time, who's part-time,
Yeah.
which is like the whole
Well,
thing
it's
that
being
Walmart
appealed.
did, right?
How many drives are you going to be able to do a week to
Sure.
qualify
Yeah.
for the insurance? You know
True.
how that goes.
True.
Like,
For sure. All right. Well, New York Times, New Yorker suspends Jeffrey Toobin after Zoom incident. So anyone who heard this?
I did.
You did.
Yeah.
Lucas did. Jackson, you did not.
I didn't see it, but
Okay.
please.
New
Later
Yorker-
on, I want to have a conversation about this when we're talking about the Borat.
I could not
Sure.
find it.
So the New Yorker said on Monday that it suspended the staff writer Jeffrey Toobin after he exposed himself during a Zoom call last week with employees of the magazine and WNYC radio, according to 2 people familiar with the call. Staff writers, believe it or not, this is not our What the Fuck News. Staff writers at the New Yorker and employees from WNYC, which jointly produced the magazine's podcast, were on a video call prepping for election night coverage. During a pause in the call for breakout discussions, Mr. Breakfast discussions. This guy's masturbating first thing in the morning. That's even
Got
worse.
a Bloody Mary.
But that's probably what people do in the morning. Fuck. Who knows?
True. Maybe it wakes him up, So during a pause in the call for breakout discussions, Mr. Toobin switched to a second call that was on the video call equivalent of phone sex, according to the 2 people familiar with the call who spoke on the condition of anonymity. Asked Monday afternoon about the reports that he had exposed himself, Mr. Toobin said in a statement, "I made an embarrassing, stupid mistake, believing I was off camera. I apologize to my wife, my family, friends, and coworkers. I thought I'd muted the Zoom video." He added, I thought no one on the Zoom call could see me. Participants on the New Yorker WNYC call played roles simulating what might happen on election night. Mr. Toobin played the role of the courts. Masha Geshin, a New Yorker writer, played President Trump. All the while, participants continued as if nothing were wrong. One person on the call said when Mr. Toobin rejoined, he seemed unaware that he had been seen. So he comes back after jerking off on the fucking thing, and they just continue with the phone call.
It came on the camera and shit.
Dude, could you imagine? That's like, yeah. That's
Maybe he
like,
did it on purpose.
I doubt it.
Nah, I'm just fucking.
Dude, you lose all that, dude.
Everybody
so
knows
fucked
you.
up.
He's big now.
You think it was? Yeah.
What?
What's that, Lucas?
No, I try to find the video.
You're not gonna find that video,
They're not
bro.
getting released, bro.
You gotta find that on like
There's
a
no
porn
way.
website
Jesus.
underground, bro.
They could make it. Somebody could sell it for some money.
Or they could make a fake
Somebody recorded it. These types of things, you record them because you want to be able to like play it over and see, okay, how could have we answered this or whatever.
one. But there was a lot of people that have been caught doing dumb shit on the
That's
Zoom
true.
and
Because all
professional
these people,
situations.
they don't use Zoom that much, and all of a sudden everyone's using freaking Zoom, and they don't freaking know how to act, but they also don't know much about the technology, so they make stupid mistakes.
No, like I don't use it. Besides this, and when Layla's at school, and every time I walk into her, I'm like, "Are you on mute?" Like, and I was like,
You're on right now.
or I'm gonna go say some dumb shit.
Sure.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, oh shit. Like,
BBC, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. You guys know AOC, right? Of
course.
All right. So Among Us game watched by 400,000. You guys hear about this? She streamed on Twitch her gaming.
No.
All right. I guess no one's
No, I
just me, huh? Okay, that's fine. Fair
No,
enough.
no, it's not.
Okay, more than 400,000 viewers made it to the third highest peak on record for the game streaming platform. She appealed to gamers to join her battle to get out the vote ahead of the U.S. election on the 3rd of November. But she faced some criticism for electioneering. Of course, somebody's going to be hating. One analyst said the stunt worked because she's a bit of a gamer. I do think it's a very smart way to raise voting awareness pre-election, especially amongst the notoriously hard-to-reach Gen Z. But she warned that any other politicians try to capitalize on Twitch would have a much harder time. AOC began streaming by encouraging people to vote Democratic. Of course, we are here to vote blue. Vote blue. That's why I'm here, to let you know. The Congresswoman amassed more than 550,000 Twitch followers, more than any other politician. Bernie Sanders has 160. Donald Trump has 140. They use it mainly just for political purposes. Democrats have embraced gaming this election, with President candidate Joe Biden campaigning with a virtual field office in Animal Crossing New Horizons. You guys familiar with that?
No.
Yeah.
So her stream was like 3.5 hours long. So President Biden has his own little freaking, Animal Crossing. That's kind of cool.
I can't wait to.
I'm okay with that. I can't. Speaking of, I have it on the list. I'm going to show you all the fucking mail I've gotten lately. So
it can't be more. Remember the beef from the beginning?
Yep.
It's way more.
Yeah.
But now,
ridiculous.
I just pressed stop texting.
Wait. We're gonna go over it. Save it for 3 minutes because I actually have it in here to talk about it once again. So, all right, real quick, I got one last one. It's official. Solar is the cheapest electricity in history. In a new report, International Energy Agency, IEA, says solar is now cheapest form of electricity for utility companies to build. That's thanks to risk-reducing financial policies around the world, and it applies to locations with both the most favorable policies and the easiest access to financing. The report underlines how important these policies are to encouraging development. So public access stories like Elon Musk's solar wind battery farm in Australia have helped move the public statement. Do you guys hear about this? Elon Musk in Australia. So South Australia, basically what happened was they had like a blackout, and basically one of the battery guys or the solar guys from
awesome.
From Tesla was like, hey, we can fix that. And the guy's like, are you serious? And Elon Musk, and I have it here, jumps in. He goes, Tesla will get, this is a tweet, March 10th, 2017. Tesla will get the system installed and working 100 days from contract signature, or it's free. Is that serious enough for you? So he did. He installed this massive Tesla battery array 40 days early and completely fixed the problem.
Wow.
Totally. Yeah, totally. All right. So any last minute thoughts before we move into everyone's second favorite segment? Okay.
Let's go.
It's time for.
Wait a minute. What the fuck?
It's What the Fuck News, folks. And Lucas, take it away. Oh, clear his throat. Okay. Let me clear my.
Wow, comes out of Oakland.
Oakland, California? Oakland. Yep. Okay.
Oakland, California. Hold on, there's more than one Oakland?
Detroit.
No.
It's not as big as that other one.
I mean, there's probably an Oakland in every state.
Yeah.
But not every state. Not Florida.
Oakland's notoriously aggressive turkey captured by wildlife expert posing as frail woman.
Do you have a picture of that?
And this is from MSN.
So somebody posed as a frail woman to entice the turkey to attack?
Oh, God.
Yes, because after, 5 months of attacking unsuspected Grand Lakes residents, the turkey was caught Thursday.
Okay.
5 months, they've realized that he actually had an MO of attacking older women.
Oh.
Dude.
Put the turkey
real?
back out for a couple more weeks.
Dude. Okay.
They had to bait him a little bit with blueberries, kibble, and sunflower seeds, but this turkey, months of attacking people, and they finally caught it.
So this was like just a wild turkey, like living near the woods. What's that, Jackson?
Yeah. Just understand there's a lot of anxiety in wild turkeys, in particular this time of year. I mean, we're staring
that's true. That's very, very true.
It's COVID for them too.
That's true. Yeah. So it's a tough time of year for turkey. So Tough time to go down, that's for sure.
I mean, historically, it's got to be in their DNA by now.
Yeah, that's true. That's probably true.
Bob, where you at?
All right, well, I'm glad they got the turkey. How long was this turkey like doing this? Did it say?
5 months.
5 months of okay. All right. Well,
That's too long.
So let's move into some shout outs. So start with Laz. Any shout outs out there?
No shout outs.
No shout outs.
I got beef later. Though.
You got beef later? All right. Well, we'll get you in for beef. Lucas, any shout outs over there?
Shit, a couple of
No.
Yeah,
this week?
shout out to Laz. Hopefully he is a little bit positive this week.
Yeah. Do you have any positivity this week, Laz?
I have to find something. I'll find something later on.
Positivity.
I think everyone deserves it, don't you? All right.
No, I had a bad week.
Jackson, any shout outs out there? I know you want to shout out the company you got going on.
I do, but first I want to shout out Dr. Isaac Carter, the founder of Coaching Imperative and our executive coach at Flomo Zuda. So really excited about that. Excited about him. Check him out online.
How can we find him? What's the web address?
Coachingimperative.com.
Okay.
He's newly certified in emotional intelligence from 6 Seconds. So a lot of cool stuff coming out of his website. Check him out on LinkedIn as well.
Is that for mentally?
No, it's leadership.
Just like for everyday person.
Coach.
You're all approaching it, Deli. Is that for like?
I didn't want to say anything that I wasn't supposed to say.
It helps with picking up women at the bar.
Yeah.
No. Because
actually,
we just had a mental health month, so I just want to make sure I said it properly.
My mom does some coaching as well, so
that's just for.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
Sure.
All right. Rock on.
And so he's. My wife and I recently opened up Flomo Zuda Florals and Hospitality.
Lift it up, son. Lift it up. There you go.
I love lilac. But my wife is a talented florist and artist, and I've spent a lifetime in operations and hospitality and sales. So we do customized artistic floral expressions. We focus on installations, events, and corporate editorials, and we deliver fresh florals locally in South Florida, and we deliver our dry line nationwide. We're 100% online at www.flormosura and on Instagram at flor.mosura. But check us out. We're growing. We're building a floral studio right now in our garage. So
Sweet, man.
Appreciate it.
So what's you said your dry stock? Is that what you said?
Dry line. We recently made it.
That?
We've delivered to California, Arizona.
What's
Michigan.
a dry line though?
Well, actually, it was the advent came because of COVID. During COVID, it was a very difficult time getting our hands on fresh flowers. Really disrupted the industry. And during that time, my wife was at home and started drying out different florals and cutting out interesting shapes with palms and things of that nature. So she started combining them. And they've been a hit. So,
hell yeah.
So like check them out. And they last between 6 and 12 months. So you can't beat that in terms of value. Really, really great. And we customize it for the color. So if you got that aunt or mom,
fuck yeah,
check it out.
You have to get us some. We'll get some. I buy flowers every couple of weeks.
I actually brought you T-shirts and stickers. So,
shit. Alicia will love the stickers.
Yeah.
All right, cool beans. All right, so a couple shout outs here. I want to shout out Elena. So it's the sign that Lucas has, the tank tops, the glasses we drink out of are all her idea. And the reason why I'm bringing her little shout outs because when the shirts came in, like that next evening we had to go out and like just do some running around, and I was like trying to figure out what color shirt I wanted to wear, and I turn around, she's already got the fucking shirt on. So that's pretty freaking awesome. Okay. So it's just cool to get the support. I don't have to wear it, although I have been wearing it. I also want to shout out Norway. We got our first listen in Norway, so really appreciate you guys coming and guys and gals, whatever, coming to support us. France is back as well, so that's what we got, man. So we were talking about the political crap that keeps coming through. So just in the last 4 days.
Fuck, bro.
So what's this? This is Joe Biden. So we got Michelle Obama. Usually she's a win. So what else we got here? So Trump pretends he's strong. Got more Joe Biden. Cast your ballot.
Are they addressed to you?
Pretends he's strong again. Trump's big ego. We got Biden both. Some of these, actually, none of these are to me because I haven't lived here long enough. Joe Biden again. Voting is easy. Like, dude, all this crap
no
in
fucking
one
idea.
freaking.
Look at all that. It's probably like
it's insane.
That's
Time out.
Fucking crazy.
It is
Dude,
crazy.
I'm getting handwritten letters.
Well, are they really handwritten?
Yeah, they're handwritten from people, like multiple
This is what I was
letters.
saying, fuck, man. Like when I put stop texting, somebody actually replies.
Yeah.
So it's. I don't know if they just
block
have
it.
like
You can block the
100
number.
people, but
We have
I
this
don't want to
conversation.
block everybody, bro. The same thing
block
with
him. Block that.
no. I just said stop texting because at first when I was blocking the numbers, there was just a new number every fucking day. So now when I just press stop texting, but I still get the other people. Oh, thanks for your vote. The first time I said I'm voting, don't worry, stop texting. Then somebody replied, sorry to bother you, blah, blah, blah. Like they replied not like a computer generated text, and it took like a while.
That's nice.
So then, because at first I was like, I felt like I was being an asshole or being a dick, but then.
Nah, I just ignore them. I mean, I responded in the beginning and talked some shit, had some fun.
No, I just put stop texting. Sorry to bother you.
I just block it. I don't need your input or your nudge. So all right, so we're gonna start. I think next week we're gonna start. You know, we had this thing where everybody's got to bring a 6-pack, so I want to get that going back again. Definitely a big fan of that. If you guys remember correctly, what's that, Lucas?
What about me?
Yeah, sorry about that, buddy.
I'll send you some beer.
But we used to. I gotta send you a shirt, by the way. What are you, extra small, right?
Yeah.
We put our deleted scenes once again. We put our deleted scenes on YouTube, so we're definitely gonna have some this show because once again, little conversation before we started. So anyone listening, once again, hit us up on YouTube and you can get our deleted scenes there. So all right, we're gonna take our first break. Any last minute thoughts? Anyone?
Nope.
There goes Laz. Can't wait to take them off. All right.
I keep the headphones on so I can hear Lucas.
Dark Sun, the Untitled Corpse Production. You know where to find us. Yeah. For God's sakes, all I do is wake and bake, dominate my girl while jamming to that Dark Sun and Drake. Morning, baby. We conversate about how we confrontate, then consummate to over slaps and lots of spanks. Hop in my tank and I ride out to my bank to hang with saints who just talk shit and drink. Pass me a shot, pass me my shank. I see a classy skank in jeans in a tank. Who needs me to teach you the slang? Pass the cocaine, Roxy's Oxycontin, hella weed,
Why is your name saved as Action Jackson on my phone? Do you remember?
It's probably after that night I played basketball with you and your homies.
Maybe. I'm still there because you added him like Action Jackson. Like, okay.
Did you guys see that at least?
Because it's the truth. All right.
Do we see what?
Headphones on.
Did you
What's that?
speakers off? Speakers off.
Speakers are off.
Yeah, you said, what did you say? Did we see what?
I don't remember.
Lucas?
Oh,
He was asking us, what did we see? Did we see something?
Huh?
You said, did you guys see?
no, he doesn't. No.
He just said it just now,
He did.
like literally 15 seconds ago.
You did.
Who said what?
You said, did you guys see? And then
I'm
you were like,
sorry.
is the speaker off?
Oh,
Feel bad.
Don't
for
ask him to
everyone.
repeat,
Dude.
like remember shit like that.
He
Yeah.
just
He was
said
just
it.
jerking off. Like
Yeah.
he's still fingering himself right now.
no, at least 5 of Pence's AIDS test positive for COVID-19.
Is that like
I
new?
didn't know it hit that number. I heard about the first.
So
Yeah,
Lucas, you
that-
see. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
He's the
Penn-
minister.
No, at
right?
least 5 of the vice president's AIDS test positive for COVID.
Oh yeah,
Pencia?
I have it in here
All right.
Spell
in the
P-
updates section.
Who was
So-
trying to spell that, his name?
Who?
Where the fuck did I see that?
Yo, how funny was
Whose
my
name?
Pence last name.
P. I mean, it's P.
Somebody,
in
I
the
know how to
movie.
spell it.
In the movie that
somebody
we
was
were
trying-
just watched.
Oh yeah, fuck.
He was
man.
like, Mr. Penis,
I'm gonna just watch, give him a
I
good
want to touch your pants.
Okay,
Wait,
we're
wait,
gonna
wait.
talk about it. Save it for the fucking show. All right, so we're gonna jump right into. Well, we're back. We're gonna jump into the Russian and Iranian hacks. Russia hacking us. no surprise there. Iran. Okay, you want to jump into the foray? You're more than welcome. New York Times, U.S. charges Russian intelligence officers in major cyber attacks. Did you guys hear about this before I brought it? I mean, you guys heard of Russian hacking, but
yeah, but I didn't.
They're just on the prowl right now. I mean, they're world leaders.
So the Justice Department on Monday unsealed charges accusing 6 Russian military intelligence officers with an aggressive worldwide hacking campaign that caused mass disruption and cost billions of dollars by attacking targets like French presidential election, the electricity grid in Ukraine in the opening ceremonies of the 2018 Winter Olympics. Prosecutors said the suspects were from the same unit that helped distribute stolen Democratic emails in 2016 election. Hillary Clinton, we all know what happened with there. Prosecutors focused on 7 breaches that together showed how Russia sought in recent years to use its hacking abilities to undermine democratic institutions and ideals, retaliate against enemies, and destroy rival economies. No country has weaponized its cyber abilities as maliciously or irresponsibly as China, wantonly causing unprecedented damage to pursue small tactical advantages and to satisfy fits of spite, said John C. Demers, the Assistant Attorney General for National Security. He added, their cyber attack combined the emotional maturity of a petulant child with the resources of a nation state, which is like, damn. So basically, like, you're just a poor child kid trying to fucking act rich and cool and blah, 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 blah. So nation state, for those of you who don't know, like, it's basically when a group of people or a group of within a certain boundary just decide to break off and say, we're just going to be our own country. Thank you very much. Like California, we talked about how they, talk about being their own country because what is it, like a third of the country's, money?
I would go.
Yeah. So they're thinking if they were to actually separate, they would be a nation state. So the Russian embassy in Washington strongly denied the allegation. It is absolutely obvious that such news breaks have no bearing on the reality and are aimed at ripping up Russophobic sentiments in American society, the embassy's press officer said in a written statement on Monday. So they got Ukraine, no surprise there. 2018 Olympics, the Winter Olympics, which I was enthralled with. And then, of course, hacking us. So they officially charged him. Woohoo. Is that going to do anything? No.
And they said that they're the first person in modern warfare with cyber attacks as like war. Like, that's
all they got.
Yeah.
Well, Iran, they tried it. We'll get into it. But Iran was trying some of that shit too. Prosecutors said the suspect worked for Unit 74455 of the Russian Intelligence Main Directorate, commonly referred to as the GRU. Known among cybersecurity analysts as Sandworm, the unit worked hand-in-hand with other GRU members to leak the Clinton campaign emails, blah, blah, blah. The new charges did not address 2020 election interference. The charges also show the limits of the United States' power to deter Russia because we've sanctioned them, we've scolded them, we've done everything we can, and obviously it's not doing shit. Remember Fancy Bear? Like, these guys have been doing it all the time.
Yeah, the thing is, it's not a small country. You can't just decide, when countries that need certain things from the United States and need you to play how we want you to play, yeah, we can take something away from you. But
sure.
Russia doesn't care about that.
No, they don't care.
It is what it is. Yeah.
They're already sanctioned to hell and high water. There's not a whole lot else they can do. And, Russia and China, even though China wants Biden to win, Russia wants Trump to win, they're still friends. They still trade amongst themselves and secret deals and blah, blah, blah. So did you guys know the same people? Do you guys remember when they were talking about French election was getting, hacked and all that crap?
Yeah.
So among the operations that the Justice Department cited was the release of stolen documents, just as voting was beginning in France's presidential election in 2017. So an apparent bid to hurt Emmanuel Macron and his eventual victory against Marine Le Pen, a far-right candidate supported by Moscow. Security researchers at the time quickly blamed Russia. So in other words, right away, they're like, we know it's you guys, bitches. Unlike the distribution of hacked emails in 2016 American election, the French operation mixed genuine documents with altered material. So in other words, like in the American one, all they had to do was release the truth, and that shit was damning enough. In France, they had to actually fabricate some shit. The French news media largely ignored the stolen documents in part because of their authenticity. What's that?
No, I was just playing to your point that they had to, they chose a more dramatic or more kind of fabricated, embellished route.
Sure.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. They had to, I guess.
And drama.
I mean, it's not a whole lot
Sounds-
you can do. Like, with the French election, they're not nearly as scandalous as we are.
They're just trying to drink their wine and have fun.
Yeah, wine and cheese, bro.
And
Dude.
What's so bad about that?
Nothing at all.
Just chill.
Especially now. I'll tell you, if you want to be stuck in a freaking COVID type of situation, pandemic, Italy and France, especially Italy, because everybody, like, the cheese, wine is everywhere, olives, all that crap. Good Lord. So, all right, indictment also portrayed Russia as determined to disrupt the 2018 Winter Olympics in Pyeongchang, in South Korea, in retaliation for its embarrassing ban of the Olympics over its systematic efforts to undermine anti-doping rules. We all know that. Russia got caught cheating in a big scandal. In fact, one of their inside guys leaked it. Did you guys see that documentary, by the way? It won for Best Documentary. It got the Oscar.
What was it?
Lucas, can you look up? It's on Netflix. It's Russian anti-doping documentary.
This is with the Olympic things.
Yep,
I think a lot of people got kicked out.
This documentary is the shit. I mean, it's so enthralling. So anyway, yeah, they got banned because they were basically cheating. They were breaking into the rooms and switching out samples and all kinds of shit. The GRU for months sent spoofed emails to members of the IOC, International Olympic Committee, athletes and other companies posing as Olympics or Korean government officials to trick the recipients into giving them access to key Olympic infrastructure. At one point, they hacked a company that provided timekeeping services to the Olympics, and having laid their trap, the Russian officers attacked the opening ceremony of the Games, taking down internet access and telecasts, grounding broadcasters' drones, shutting Olympic websites, and preventing spectators from attending the opening ceremony. So, dude, they wreaked havoc. Experts had initially blamed North Korea for the attack, but later determined the GRU used North Korean hacking tools to throw off investigators. Security experts labeled the attack sour grapes for its specific nature. So, and they actually found that the Tokyo Olympics they tried to get into also, but obviously that didn't happen because they got delayed. So I don't know if it's on Netflix. Go ahead.
Icarus.
No, is it Icarus? Hold on.
Icarus is a 2017 American documentary filmed by Brian Fogel, which includes chronicles Fogel's exploration of the option of doping to win an amateur cycling race, and happened upon a major international doping scandal when he asked for help by Gregory Rodchenkov, the head
That's
of Russian.
The one. Yeah, I didn't recognize the name, but now looking at it, dude, Icarus on Netflix. Check it out. It's an unbelievably awesome documentary because essentially, the guy is in the middle of it. We got to get him out of here. He's in trouble, and he reaches out to somebody in America who, if you can come to America, obviously you're going to get a lot of protection. Dude, it's pretty good. They meet for the first time. Most of their conversations have been through email and their attempts on his life and shit. It's crazy. So, Justice Department indictment said the suspects were also responsible for delivering malware used in attacks in Ukraine's power grid. The first on December 23rd, 2015, infiltrated Ukrainian energy companies, cutting power for hours to more than 200,000 residents in the country's west. In a follow-up in late 2016, that targeted the power grid in Kiev, the suspects used a second piece of malware called Indestroyer, so industry, but Indestroyer, to cut electricity for an hour. The malware according to the experts, opposed one of the greatest digital threats to critical infrastructure since Stuxnet, which was an American infrastructure malware to target Iranian centrifuges that were used to enrich uranium. Went in, made these things spit out of control, and literally exploded them. That was one of the ones we put together and launched with Israel. So suspects were also accused of carrying out an attack called Not Petra, originally aimed at Ukraine, but basically just went havoc on the world and cost $10 billion to the world and shit like that. So these guys are fucking around. And I'm sure you guys heard about the whole Proud Boys thing, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, with the fake email.
Dude.
Yeah.
Iran.
Was that them?
No, that's exactly it. It's not them. So we're going to get into that real fast, but they've actually just found out this literally happened last night. Yesterday, I found this article. And so Saturday, this will come out on Tuesday. So last Saturday, Russian hackers targeted state local networks. U.S. officials said Thursday that Russian hackers have targeted networks of dozens of state and local governments in the United States in recent days, stealing data from at least 2 servers. Less than 2 weeks before the election, amplifying fears for potential for tampering with the vote and undermining confidence of the results. So here they are again. No
Russia's
surprise there.
been hacking and doing a whole bunch of stuff in the
here's,
past 4 or 5 years.
I want to talk to Elena to see if she can talk to some friends to find out if like their news says Americans, they're hacking us also.
You're gonna talk to a Russian friend outside of your home, you mean?
Well, no. I mean, Elena would talk to some of them to get the inside scoop.
Not Elena.
Okay. I don't think we have to worry about that. But I'm just curious, like, if people, in other countries hear these stories, or if it's just us in America who talks about getting hacked. 'Cause I feel like other countries would want to keep that shit a secret. They wouldn't want people to know that they're getting hacked into. I could be wrong.
Yeah, it's a shot at yourself. You have poor security, or you're not, being respectful of other people's information and things like that. But
sure,
you never expect to get hacked, so that's the whole thing. It's like,
no,
oh, shit.
The Hill mistakes made by Iranian hackers tied them to threatening emails targeting U.S. voters. 4 people familiar with the matter told Reuters that government analysts and private investigators were quickly able to connect the thousands of emails to Iranian hackers because of mistakes in the video included in the email. Either they made a dumb mistake or wanted to get caught, a senior U.S. government official told Reuters. We are not concerned about the activity being some kind of false flag due to others supporting evidence. This was definitely Iran. The errors enabled U.S. officials to link the emails to Iran in days instead of the usual months investigation needs. The corruption to Iranian hackers did not automatically mean that they are working on behalf of the Iranian government, adding that Iranian officials have denied being part of the effort. Voters in Florida and Alaska received threatening emails from domains associated with the far-right group Proud Boys, requesting they vote for Trump or we will come after you. So the Proud Boys denied sending the emails, and analysts determined the IP addresses tracked back to previous Iranian hacking activity, the sources told Reuters. So Iran, they're like, oh, we're going to jump in. We want to be just like cool as Russia and all that stuff. And sure enough, they go for their Proud Boys, which, who are you targeting? Because when you're targeting the Proud Boys trying to threaten, because they don't like Trump, they hate Trump because he's the one that removed the deal that we had for the nuclear deal that we had with them. So if you're targeting the Proud Boys saying vote for Trump or we'll get you, like, is that supposed to scare people into voting for Trump, which what you would think it would be? Because they sent these emails out with the people's addresses. We know where you live, blah, 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 blah. We can find out what you voted, blah, 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 blah. But then at the same time, maybe they wanted these people to like, oh, we can't vote for Trump. Look at this shit that he's putting up with and the shit that he's supporting and crap. It's just weird. It doesn't make any sense to go after the Proud Boys.
It might just be that county, though. Remember? Because it was just one place. So I'm pretty sure it has to be from inside that place, inside that area. I can't remember exactly where it was from.
Oh, dude.
It wasn't like countrywide.
No. It's kind of like indicative of like maybe a thought that they don't care who it is. They don't have a preference,
Could be.
I didn't get any emails. I mean, I don't check my emails as much, though.
They both look the same to them, maybe.
That would help. That's for sure. Go ahead, Lucas.
What's up?
Nothing? Okay.
Why you always fucking with him?
All right, so we're going to talk about the Borat movie. What I want to do is just we'll talk through it, some funny stuff, and then we'll get into like, the real shit that's going on with there. By the way, spoiler alert. So if you haven't seen it, it's on Amazon. If you have Amazon Prime, which, God, I wonder what percentage of America has it. It's got to be like at least 50%.
It's fucking crazy.
Yeah. Lucas, can you see if we can even find that information? So anyway, the first line that I loved was "May all your shits have antlers," which is the funniest freaking line everywhere. But he comes in, with what's that? Go ahead.
Got it.
Okay.
62%.
62%
of what? The United States has Prime?
Amazon Prime. Households probably.
Geekwire.com. In its latest survey, Consumer Intelligence Research Partners estimated Amazon's U.S. Prime membership at 101 million.
101 million, okay.
Yep. And that 62% of households are Prime members.
Okay, there you go.
What the fuck?
So when he was being recognized by everyone, do you feel like he was trying to get away with not being recognized? It was like, oh, fucking being recognized? Or you think that was like part of the movie?
I had a lot of problems with the movie,
Okay.
with that type of thing.
Sure.
Because the costumes, obviously, somebody's doing something hilarious.
Well, that's the thing. Like when he was like dressed up as a country guy or whatever, you could see him getting away with shit like
but
that.
the reason it took me so long to watch the movie, like it's an hour and a half long movie.
Because you don't like movies.
No, that's not that.
Every time we want to watch a movie, bro, we fall asleep.
I'm not gonna watch
dude, I was gonna say.
fucking the
Star
French shit.
Wars,
I don't like Star Wars.
RGB.
I watched the
Bader
RGB.
Ginsburg. Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe it was
did I?
Lucas.
I don't
I don't
remember.
think you did.
Yeah, but I would watch that. That's not if I watched it or not. I don't remember if I watched it.
Okay.
But I would watch something like that. But I didn't want to watch the French thing.
I mean,
And-
I would watch a lot of movies, but what were some of the things you had issues with?
So every time I'm watching it, obviously I know it's something that's directed and it's not how it's supposed to be. But a lot of the people that were random were real people. So it's like, when you're watching scenes and some people's faces are blurred out and
Sure.
blah, blah, blah. Like all that stuff are people that are doing their real regular thing.
Yeah.
So while I'm watching it, I keep Googling stuff and finding the country's real, obviously,
Sure.
but they don't film it in the country.
No, of course not.
Then the girl thing is like, yo, how do people believe certain people probably believe whatever they believe for real. Do you know what I mean?
Sure.
And so it opens your eyes to what type of people that we have deciding our fate. Remember in the beginning of the show when we started again, I was like, I'm not voting. I'm definitely voting since as of 3 or 4 shows ago.
Sure.
But like now it's like, yeah, I'm glad I made that decision.
Yeah.
But it's crazy. Like that shit's fucking nuts.
Well, the thing is, like, the one thing the only thing is, it was uncomfortable at times. There are times where I had to fast forward. That I just couldn't watch it. Like
Which
the
times?
dance. Like, well, first of all, when they had the dance with the ball, and the moon, whatever, with the blood and everything. I was like,
but they're fictional. So like that part
So
is
they were all paid $100 to be there, but they weren't told what was going to be happening. They were just told to be there. This is a ball. This is what we're doing. Yada yada yada. So the reactions were all real. And if you remember, he was like, "How much is my daughter worth?" And he said, about $500.
Yeah, that's crazy.
His daughter's like, "That's fucking gross."
That's fucking nuts, bro.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't expect that. And these are real people, bro.
These are real people.
And,
right next to his daughter.
Yeah. You're disgusting.
Fucking hilarious.
Because this is what the fuck they do. Like
Like
what
the
I mean,
Trump
like
disguise, when he saw Michael
so
Pence,
funny.
and that's real because C-SPAN actually, they released footage of a guy dressed as Trump. So like he was really there.
yeah, that's That's
And
crazy.
He said he waited in a bathroom stall for 5 fucking hours before he could actually go out there and like make that happen.
And let me ask you this though. Do they have to get a release to have the people in the video?
That's what I'm wondering.
But the people that were paid to be at the ball and stuff like that,
They had to sign it for sure.
But they came in, they didn't know what the hell was going on.
No, but they probably signed something. That's the thing. Like the thing is, he clearly had camera crew with him.
Yeah,
Clearly.
for sure. That's what I was trying to figure
They
it
had to
out.
tell everybody, okay, this is a guy. He's coming over. We're documenting his life. We're documenting, the differences between the cultures or something that they would actually believe. With the 2 guys we'll get into. By the
that's
way,
what
the faxing stuff, fucking hilarious.
But that had to be kind of.
I feel like that was 100% real.
No, that part was real with the guy
Yeah.
getting the faxes and getting it back. But the guy doing it though that's real. Are you fucking retarded right now?
I mean, maybe.
Like,
But that's
you're just
the thing.
doing it.
We have that perception that this stuff is normal. Like women really can't drive in some of these countries, and like all this stuff. So it's not that far fetched to some of these
it's not
people.
that it's far fetched. It's just that the person that's doing the things is being recorded. Like you're being
Sure.
recorded, and this is how you would act on a regular
About
day-to-day
that
basis.
question. He will, he's gonna have a racist family. What shade? And she was like,
Yeah, and then she chilled. Yeah, come on, bro. Like,
my God.
that's a real person's reaction. And I'm trying to say, I'm like, yo,
Oh, you're
this has
trying
to be scripted.
Customer service, man.
Nah,
Service
bro,
industry.
come on. I know you would have
He
felt
He was very
somewhat
selective,
uncomfortable.
obviously. Like, how'd you find that group of like
And how
waspy
many-
old men and
Yeah.
their daughters? Like, how the hell did he find
How
that
many
perfect
people did
he was in
he
Texas.
go to?
Hold on.
He could have gone
let me
to
look
like,
up.
3 or 4 different people before someone finally decided to give him a
Perfect.
fucking shade to pick from.
Even with the old ass man.
Dude, when he was with Mike Pence, he's like, Mike, you're fired. Dude, that shit was so freaking hilarious. Dude, so hilarious. What's that, Lucas?
Now I was going to see how many people got fired because of Borat too.
Oh, I don't know. That's going to be tough.
Like, what do you mean from?
Like from their real jobs. The babysitter,
Yeah.
Denise Jones, she was awesome.
She was great.
She was great.
I like when she opens the door, step back.
She's like straight up the synagogue thing and the disguise, the nose and the claws and all that.
yeah.
How about the doctor, the Christian doctor?
Yep. Dude.
That's what I'm saying. Like, this is your daughter. Like,
was
shit
brilliant.
like this probably goes on in the back of to see. Like, that's why
It does.
that's why
100% it does.
I had to look up. Like, is it real or not? I don't know if all that
I don't
could
know
be
what you're
real.
watching. Right.
So the two guys, Jerry Holloman and Jim Russell, they're real names. He orders the 3 fleshlights instead of flashlights. But he said he lived with those guys for 5 days. He said it was exhausting because he had to be Borat nonstop for 5 fucking days. So it's and my guess is, like, we're gonna pay you. We just need a camera there. He's in America. He hates, I don't know, Democrats, or he's a Republican, or maybe he's not either. He's trying to learn more about them, and they're like, fuck yeah, we'll let him in. We'll tell him everything we know and blah,
And
blah,
then,
blah,
like,
blah, blah.
with the song thing.
Yeah.
Like,
what is it? This chop them up like the Saudis do?
yeah.
Dude, that song they actually got a writing credit in the fucking movie for that fucking song. Those two guys. That's insane.
But like, that's what oh man, it was their house. I love their house. Those
Nice
two
cup,
guys.
Lucas, nice cup. Yeah, the house was cool.
Yeah, the house
totally,
was cool.
man.
I love their house.
Out in the boonies and stuff like that. So Giuliani, man. So
Come back up here, then.
Giuliani.
I mean, let's get into it. I mean, this is what it's all about. Like,
The camera's always on, guys. So Jackson,
so
don't
my
do anything
question,
crazy.
yeah, my question is, did she say, or was he told that she was 15 in the movie? Because I missed that. Because people are reporting that.
Yeah, no, they say at least in the movie, she is 15.
I know they say in the movie, but they tell him that, because I don't remember seeing that.
No.
This reporter's 15. She's learning, or she's trying to, learn or to be a journalist and blah, blah, blah. That's what I'm curious about.
Do you remember like when she gave him the book and and
Thank you so much for giving.
Yeah,
Thank you.
he had to know what was going on if in that case.
You'd think.
Now the other part with the room, like,
Dude, okay, so first of all, China manufactured the virus. Give me a fucking break. So I'll eat a bat with you. Like, I'll eat a bat with you. You're talking about how it came from a bat. So, and then, they go into the room, give me your phone number and your address,
and he was like rubbing her back.
rubbing her back, touching her leg, hand like on the lower part of her hip. Like, come on,
Totally
bro.
inappropriate.
And he goes in the room, and Jackson, would you like to fill us in? What happens? You couldn't? Doesn't even want to say it. So he goes in the room with the woman. First of all, she's just like, it's getting a little hot and heavy. She pulls him into the other room. He lays on the bed, lays back on the bed, feet like dangling off, probably hitting the floor. And he just starts taking his hand down his pants. He says he was tucking his shirt in, but his hand pants were down there for quite a while. And of course, Sacha Baron
Who
Cohen
tucks their
comes
shirt in while you're laying down?
Exactly. He's over the microphone or whatever. Like, dude, how could this guy
You
go
tuck
from an
in
interview?
after you stand up always,
Yeah, 100%.
not while you're lying down.
I'm not
Never
finding
touch.
anything about saying that she was 15 before, but Borat does say she's 15. She is too old for you.
Yeah. Oh,
Afterwards.
okay. Yeah.
That- but
afterwards,
that was like the
stick to
joke
marrying your
part.
cousins, because
Finding.
his first wife was a second cousin, something like that. So yeah, exactly.
The thing is, before you guys told me like we're gonna watch the movie for the show, or we decided on it. I was like, how did you get caught on the video doing something like that in the first place and sign off on it? But then I'm just like, you just let people record you randomly.
Well, they sign off on it beforehand. You're like, this guy's gonna come in. He's
Yeah.
here for this. Like.
Because I was like, how? Like, but then, like,
Students,
so you know what's
visa,
going on.
just-
You should. That's
He
for damn
he
sure.
definitely knew what was going on. Whatever the hell he was supposed to
Giuliani.
say.
I mean, the interview's right there. They go into the next fucking room, and he thinks that like he's just gonna bang this reporter, like in the next room from the interview.
Amazing.
Unbelievable, dude. The Guardian, Sacha Baron Cohen's second journey out of Kazakhstan is with a spirited new sidekick, and they land immediately in political and social hot water. Surely by now you've gone frame by frame on the scandalous bedroom shirt adjustment, moments that caused sensation even before the movie was released. Is this an incident? Moments in when an interview subject is merely moving his clothes around after removing a microphone? Or does the 3 times divorced 76-year-old man think he's about to, in the parlance of the film, make sexy time with a news anchor whose dye job would make Tommy Lauren blush? I didn't look up. I'm sure she's a porn star. Certainly editing comes into play. This is comedy, not a documentary. But the facts are there's a lot of knee touching, some hand holding in violation of the easiest to follow COVID social distancing guidelines. And Maria Baklova's Tutar Sagdiev is positively gushing towards Giuliani, and he's eating it up. After the invite to the bedroom for a drink, and after he puts his hand on the small of her back, he asks for her phone number. Does his laying down with his hands in his trousers look like he's, as a zoologist would say, presenting himself to you? Do you get the vibe that he's been on this set of circumstances before? And that's the first thing I thought. Is like, this must work for him because he's just jumping in there ready to whip it out. I'll tell you what, this gives us hope for all of us men that at 76, we're still going to be able to freaking,
Giuliani. I'm pretty sure some girls want to fuck Giuliani.
Pretty
I'm
forward,
sure.
though. I mean, you might have that confidence amongst like 60-year-old single women, but like, why would you have that confidence with her?
Dude.
She's having.
This is where I was not sure if I was
76,
watching
my
real.
man.
Is she really? How old is she in real life?
Good question.
24.
24?
24.
Okay.
Yeah.
So introducing Maria Baklova, matching Sacha Baron Cohen for the fearlessness and comic timing. Excuse me. She is without question the find of the year. And the one thing that the new film has that the original didn't is genuinely touching, though admittedly silly. The 24-year-old Bulgarian actor has only been in a few projects, including an episode of the Italian crime series Gomorrah and the Bulgarian film Transgression, in which she plays a young woman in a relationship with an older rock star. If you want to talk about totally committed in a movie this year, there's not much competition. Dude, the first question I had about this movie is who she was. Could you imagine her having to go in with Rudy Giuliani, with the doctor, like with all these people, and like,
yeah, she was great,
dude,
Acting-wise,
unbelievable.
yeah.
She deserves an Oscar nod, or at least some sort of freaking, because that's some amazing shit that she did.
I don't know if they're gonna do that for that movie though.
Probably not. I mean, but Borat did get the original for best adapted screenplay, I think, for the first one. Believe it or not.
I gotta watch that one again. That was a long time ago. Bro.
Yep.
The only thing that made this hard to believe for me was, as you alluded to earlier, we worked in a property where a president showed up. Don't you remember the screening that we all had to do? And
yeah, but at this point,
how did they get that close access to
media?
him?
Well, he said he was in the room for 5 hours, and at CPAC, there's a lot of people, fans, and all kinds of people that get in and out of there. So, and as long as he wasn't carrying any,
and he wasn't close to them.
No,
but the costumes and stuff. Oh man, we got to go look up the video
It's
from that
tough.
before. Like,
it's tough. So Vulture.com, Judith Dim Evans, Holocaust survivor. So this is the one that he talked to. Yep. She died earlier this year. SBC did not tell her the truth about the scene until after Sacha Baron Cohen. So after the filming, actually told her this what this is for. Wuhan flu song was. This is a couple little tidbits. The Wuhan flu song was credited. I saw that. Sacha Baron Cohen later said that he was lucky to escape the rally unharmed after the crowd turned on him. So when he was actually singing that song, the crowd did kind of turn on him. As he told Dowd, the men were basically victims of social media. He's talking about the 2 guys he lived with. They're ordinary folks who are good people, just have been fed this diet of lies that are completely different to the politicians who are motivated by their own power. So yeah, they believe that, the Democrats poison and drink their blood. They believe that shit if they're real. So Metacritic gave it a 68. User score gave it a 6.0, which is pretty solid. Anything in the 60s for Metacritic is considered a green rating. So that's what's up, man. You got to go see it. You really got to go see it. It's funny. It's a little uncomfortable.
I probably wouldn't have saw it if it wasn't for this. I'm not gonna lie.
You wouldn't have saw it if what?
If we weren't going to be discussing it today, and I would watch it again definitely. And I'm going to tell you to watch it.
Jackson, would you have seen it?
I would have seen it.
Okay.
But that's why it was good that you saw it. Because
Sure.
that's sort of what this is about.
Lucas, would you have seen it?
People are seeing it.
What?
Would
you
have
have seen the movie?
Of course.
You would have? Okay, good. All right.
Yeah. Borat.
Let's talk about how this is impacting, like, kind of on the worldly view. Is everybody from other countries laughing at that? Like,
I think they're laughing at
America.
Giuliani and the Republicans. I don't think they saw anything they didn't already know, most of them.
I know, but it's another nice kind of new thing to laugh at us about. You know,
It is.
When they're filming it in Romania.
What they're laughing, actually, what they're, in my opinion, what they're actually viewing is a country that you can get away with this shit.
right?
And they're appreciating it. They're appreciating the satirical humor that you can actually have in this country, freedom of speech, and how we just can take a joke, even though it sucks, get away with it. So that's what I think most countries are getting. Yes, they're laughing at us, but at the same time, they're appreciating the fact, because there are plenty of countries that you cannot. I mean, they're just talking about a Chinese billionaire that went to jail just for talking shit about, President Z. Yeah. What is they got a new term from? We talked about it. So,
You're right
secretary.
about that. You're right about that. It's brilliant because, it shows everybody a view into the way humanity really is,
Sure.
without the murder, without the headlines, without the whatever. He's just like, no, this is how people actually are, and it's hard to watch.
I don't think that any of us in this room or Mr. Lucas in Philadelphia would act the same way.
No.
If nobody else is around.
But you're right. That's why.
That's why it's so. That's what bothers me.
But how many people did they have to go to get the reaction they wanted? So, all right, we got to move on. This is a 45-minute segment.
Yeah.
So, we're going to take a quick break, and then I'll edit it down, of course. And then we're going to come back with weather. We got beef. We got asshole. I got a couple updates. And, you already got your headphones off. What a
LeBron
dickhead.
over here.
All right, we'll see you in a few. Boom.
Pass the cocaine, Roxy's, Oxycontains, hella weed, LSD, and some methamphetamine. See, I'm the man, but not like Tony Montaigne, cause I will kill your kids, shoot up your minivan. And judge me, cause I won't ever hear a thing. So many voices in my brain, I'm just trying to remain sane. And I'm strange, and I will never ever change. And I make money, and I think evil things. All I see is brains, blood, and guts spilled. Murder, kill, kill, kill. You ain't never too young to write your will. I said murder, kill, kill, kill. All I see is brains, blood, and guts spilled. Murder, kill, kill, kill. You ain't never too young to write your will. I said murder, kill, kill, kill. Going deeper into thought, I see now why he fought. I'm talking gunpowder showers, talcum, chalk. It's funny how I now work.
All right. Well, let's jump into Lucas's weather here. So, Lucas, you ready with your weather?
Yes.
All right. And what do we have for the weather this week? Hold on.
Research Lucas with the weather.
All right.
As I nearly closed out the window by mistake. Almost.
Wait, you almost got what by mistake?
I went to click on that tab to open it. I almost closed it.
That would have been a bummer.
Yeah.
All right. Fire away. Yeah,
This week we have
throat.
This week we have Shikala, Kabardino, Balkar, Russia.
Wait, say what?
Well, let's just go with a short. Shikala, Russia.
Sounds like a black girl's
Shikala,
name.
Russia. Shikala. Okay. Wait, can you try to say the whole thing again? Because when Elena hears this, she's going to tell me the correct pronunciation.
Shikala, Kabardino, Balkar, Russia.
Look at him.
Boy, you
Balkar.
sound so Russian.
That
when you say
sounds
that.
like
Yeah.
It sounds like
Yeah,
a
Mexican.
ghetto
yeah.
black girl's name. That's like
Dude.
What do you
Shala
say?
Kalina.
Shikala. What the
Shikala.
fuck happened over here? Shikala came. She fucked everything up.
Shikalalina.
Remember the
That's
bat from, what is it? Pet Detective 2? Chicago.
We're having too much fun today.
Yes, we are. All right. Anyway, Lucas, fire away with Chicago, Russia. What is
Well,
it? Shaka
first off-
Khan? What is it?
Shitkala.
Okay, shit kala. Okay.
Oh, okay. I get it. All right.
Okay. Fair enough. Fire away.
All right. And
Tuesday,
October 27th. High of 61, low of 47. Cloudy with a chance of precipitation at 20% with the winds
20%.
coming out of the east-southeast at 6 miles per hour.
Okay, we'll say it's a little windy. Some birds hanging around.
Wednesday, October 28th. High of 64, low of 45. Mostly cloudy. Chance of precipitation at about 10% with the winds coming out of the east at 4 miles per hour.
Okay.
Thursday, October 29th. High of 66, low of 45. Mostly sunny. Chance of precipitation at 10%. Winds coming out of the east-northeast at 4 miles per hour.
4 miles per hour. Not much you can do with that, folks.
No. Friday, October 30th. High of 67, low of 46. Partly cloudy with a chance of precipitation at 10% with the winds coming out of the northeast at 4 miles per hour.
Are you just reading the same fucking day over?
Yeah, no.
We never check.
Yeah, I mean, it could, all of a sudden they could have like freaking iceberg attack. Well, mini ice age just for them. Microclimate for all you wine folks.
I'm going to start checking these temperatures.
Yeah, check your local weatherman.
Okay,
Don't be
so
misled by
Saturday?
him.
What do we got Saturday?
Saturday, your birthday, October 31st.
Oh, shit. What?
And how old are you going to be?
45, folks.
Old motherfucker.
I know, right?
Old.
45.
You're
This
old.
guy.
You look good, bro. You're good.
45.
Yeah. You don't look as good as me as I'm 30.
No. Dude, you do realize I have the sound effects, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So where were we? We were on Saturday, right? Oh, hold on. Let me set the mood. Okay.
High of 70, low of 46. Partly cloudy with the chance of precipitation at 10%. Winds coming out of the northeast at 5 miles per hour.
5. Okay.
5.
We moved to 5. Okay, folks. Well, then.
Research Lucas with the weather.
All right.
Very nice, brother.
So, Laz, you said you had beef, right?
It fucking left my mind, bro.
Did it?
I
Okay.
always got somebody I'm mad at.
I got a little bit of beef. So I'm going to start out with, let me turn off the birds. Hold on. Time out. Although it's maybe a little beef with some chirping birds might lighten the mood.
I have an I'm an asshole.
Okay, fair enough. All right. So people so let me set the scene. You call somebody with some important information and voicemail pops up and you're like, let me just go ahead and leave a voicemail because, that way when they get it, they'll be like, okay, this is what's up. And they can respond. And it's too long for a text. So you listen to their long ass, stupid fucking voicemail and how professional or how funny or how witty. It's like, this mailbox is full and cannot receive messages.
Well, no, wait. You already left the message?
You can't leave a message because their fucking mailbox
Oh, no.
is
I
full.
thought you tried to leave a message.
Yeah, you want to leave a message and then their fucking mailbox is full.
They're not listening.
Like, you even have to listen to their, hey, I'm not here right now, leave a message, and then you're
Well,
about
one
to
thing
leave it.
I appreciate about Sprint is it's usually you can just press 1 and maybe T-Mobile now because they combine. You can just press 1 and go straight to it. But I'm pretty sure like Verizon, I could be wrong, but a lot of them you got to actually listen to the whole fucking thing.
I would definitely be mad at
all
those
saved
kind
on my
of situations.
What's that, Les?
I think all my messages are saved on my phone.
All your messages are saved on your phone.
Like my voicemails. So I don't
get rid of some of those.
No, I mean like I delete them, but they're on the phone. They're not like
What are you
in
mad
the,
at, Laz?
AT&T area.
Well, hold on, Jackson. What were you saying?
I was wondering what he was mad at. What he has beef? Who has beef to?
I
trying
can't
to
remember
remember.
the beef. It just left my mind.
I got you. Well, anyway, so Jackson, clear out your fucking voicemail. How about that?
I'm an asshole. That's why.
Jesus. I actually have a friend, Alon, the one I told you about from California. several times. But he for the 15 years, 20 years I've known him, it's always fucking full. Like, it just don't even fucking bother.
But I don't,
Just send
but I
a
don't
call
get
and
it
text.
though. How does it just not say?
Because they never listen to them.
But it's on your phone. Like, mine never gets full. Like, when I deleted all of them, it still wasn't full. I was like, what the hell?
Metro
I don't-
PCS.
Yeah.
Maybe
some action.
mine goes straight to it saves on the phone. I don't know how it does it. It
So-
just goes.
What? You got beef?
Anyone else have beef before we move?
I got
into-
beef with Amazon, and I'm sorry. Like, I know that
Hey.
listen,
we don't talk
I
the
just don't
ill
understand
of
how
my workplace. okay?
Amazon Prime Day, I go in hard, I get some things, and then they say they're going to come in like 4 months. I kind of have beef with that.
Oh, but did it
A lot of
say that?
anticipation, making a couple
It's going to wait
purchases.
4 months for delivery.
Couple items, yeah.
If they come from overseas like China, you can wait a while.
But
Come
did
on,
it say 4 months when you ordered it? When you're trying to order it?
It did. I noticed it last minute.
So I'm sorry, dude.
No, I'm just
I
saying,
have
like-
to stick up for my company here on this one, bro.
I appreciate that it was up front, but it still was pretty whack. A lot of anticipation.
All right.
I may or may
To
not
their
work
credit,
there.
75% of the order it has been.
If it says
received
4
and installed.
months,
I did it anyway.
That
I
was like me
that
getting the
motherfucker.
sandwich. I was like, it's fucking red pepper hummus. And you guys are like, was there a comma? I was like, there's no comma. I was like, all right, well then.
I'm not mad. I
I
made the
hear
purchase
you.
anyway, but I was like, for real, 4 months.
My
You should
brother
take it off the
still
inventory.
didn't get
You don't
his
have
dirt
it. You're
bike.
out.
Wait, you're what?
My brother still didn't get his dirt bike that
Really?
he ordered
It's
months
been
ago,
months,
and then they
months.
paid cash for it.
Damn.
Like, yo.
That sucks.
Damn, don't you know Jeff Bezos? You got to call him.
No, that wasn't from Amazon.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right, Laz. And that's the thing. Like, because of the trade war and because the factories were shut down, stuff coming
for
from
real.
overseas, it's fucking
absolutely.
forever. And I've gotten a couple things, like you see the things on Facebook and they're like, oh, that looks cool.
Yeah.
One thing I got for my car was like these coasters that fit inside your coaster
the
and
light
they
up?
light up. Yeah.
Ah,
and it
fire.
matches. So mine's a Lexus. So it says Lexus. And it's cool. As soon as you get in the car and you start it, they feel the vibrations and it's just like this cool illumination. Except for one of them got fucking stuck in the bottom of one of the drinks I have. So I only have one because I put the drink in and because it's a circle, I guess it like fit inside there. So when I threw out the cup, it went with it.
Did you charge
But I
it?
waited like 2.5 months for those things. What's that?
Do you have to charge them?
You have to
Or-
charge them. It's like once every like 2-3 weeks. It's not that bad.
Okay.
So for sure, you bring a charger in with you. You can charge them like in the car. Okay. All right, Laz. So you were wondering.
Am I an asshole?
So, anyways, Seth has been asking me to do something for the past week and a half.
Oh, okay. So you and Lucas can both have this conversation.
Oh, he didn't do it either.
Yeah,
Okay,
I was like,
don't
how
feel
the
that-
fuck am I supposed to get either one of you to do it if one of you hasn't fucking done it?
So I'm sitting, like, I'm literally thinking about, like, oh shit, I gotta do this, and then
This is you, Christina. Go for it.
was that?
No, it's Christina. She's the one who's like, hey, can we like?
Oh, okay. So I'm sitting
trying
there, I'm
to
just
help
like,
you guys out.
and then you hit me up, I'm like, yo, did you do the bio? I'm like, yeah, I got you tomorrow. And I like the first day, I'm like, shit, I just told him I got you Monday for sure.
Hold
And
on, just to set the scene, our social media manager Christina is like, I need to get bios on you guys, so so people know who you guys are, and it's like makes perfect fucking sense. So, I've already had mine written because obviously I've been doing this and the music and all that for a long time, so of course I'm gonna have one. But yeah, so you guys anyway, so you still haven't done it. You were saying.
Yeah, so I was like,
So it's like 2 weeks. Actually, it's been a week.
It's been a week. He's
you
like-
haven't done it. Yes, go ahead.
I'm like
listening.
Monday. Oh yeah, I said I got you on Monday. And obviously I have regular shit during the week.
You're busy.
So I kind of forget about the podcast until it comes out, and then I do whatever I do for it. And then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, it's like podcast talk, text, whatever.
Sure.
Then so I'm like, okay. So I'm texting on the podcast, but I don't see Seth's text because I only really pay attention to my regular, like the podcast text and whoever texts me on WhatsApp, which I hate
Oh, you're
WhatsApp.
talking about the personal ones I send you that.
Yeah. So then I have a notification that somebody text me. So I look, I'm like, oh shit, I just told him on Monday. So I'm like, I got you tomorrow. No pressure.
Yeah.
And then I'm like,
I told you guys don't. It doesn't even have to be. Lucas in the same boat.
I just
it
saw
doesn't
that
have
text.
to be good.
I just saw that text today.
Here's Lucas. Lucas, go ahead. Lucas, please explain why you haven't been able to write your bio. Please tell the listeners. They want to know.
Well, I
Hold
did
on. Let me
try
set
to
this.
write it.
Here you go. Actually, you know what? This is more like it.
Oh shit, here we go.
You know what you picked from me. Remember, I can't.
Go ahead.
I open up Windows, I open up Word, and I stare at it for 5 minutes. 'Cause
Open
I
up
don't
Word,
know-
stare for 5 minutes, and what happens?
I have no idea what to write about myself.
Like, come on, guys. Like, Now,
I could say that's kind of the
Laz,
same
you
thing
know-
of situation too. But
Now,
I mean, if I sit
Laz,
down
you're
and actually
busy.
do
Like,
it,
I get it.
No, if I
Lucas-
actually
Be
sit
satirical towards yourself. This is fun. It doesn't have to be like
if
professional.
I
what I
actually
said.
sit down and
Fun.
do it, I'm
Have
gonna
a good
actually
time.
do
Be
it.
creative.
Sure.
Yeah.
I got to get Lucas to just, he sat down and done it, and he can't think of anything to say about himself.
Hey, send me yours. Let me see what it says.
Who, mine? I'll send you mine. Yeah, I'll send you guys mine. You can take a look at it, But
Just change
Lucas
my
is like
name.
my life,
Laz-
blah, blah,
Lasner.
blah. And
And then
now's
it-
your chance to change it. What's that?
Erase Seth's name, put my name,
Yeah.
send it to you. So I am an asshole.
Butt lovers.
But so I'm not that much of an asshole.
Mine would be a music, I wouldn't talk probably about like the
Nah, I'm just gonna
industry
say life
stuff,
shit.
whatever. All right. So you were wondering, am I an asshole? Anyone else?
No.
No? Nobody?
No,
So
but actually
I am
do
an
have
asshole
beef.
for this or not.
What's that?
I am an asshole.
I mean, I don't know. It's not like it's been months. It's been a week. Like I don't think you're an asshole. So I can say, you don't have to worry about that at all.
I actually do have beef.
You have beef? Okay.
What?
Yeah.
You got beef?
Sorry, I kind of missed out on that one.
Tell them niggas you mad. son.
FedEx.
Tell me why you mad.
FedEx? Okay.
You have beef
Yes.
with FedEx?
Oh, I have FedEx.
All right, you know how I got the chair?
Oh, yeah. Don't talk
Yeah.
about the fortuitous events of the chair.
No. I bought it, purchased it on Amazon October 13th. Took 3 days to quote unquote ship.
Sure.
It stayed pending, awaiting FedEx to pick up for 4 days.
Yeah.
Then it
That's
stayed
possible.
pending for another 3 days. It took 10 days for this chair to get
One
in.
more day of pending.
Okay. Pending.
Why? Yeah, why?
What did FedEx say?
Maybe they were looking for the other one.
They were too busy smashing our boxes that we were sending. Man,
That's an inside joke. Oh, shit. All right. So I got a couple updates. The Mind Unleashed. Rittenhouse attorney Lynn Wood announced that he intends to sue Joe Biden and his campaign on behalf of his teenage client after the nominee shared a video that suggested the 17-year-old accused murderer is a white supremacist. Lynn Wood announced that he intends to sue the former vice president and his campaign on behalf of his teenage client after hours after Biden posted a 50-second video to Twitter. In the tweet, there had been 180,000 likes and over 76,000 retweets, and there's no way to put it. The president of the United States refused, and the tweet says, there's no way to put it. The president of the United States refused to disavow white supremacists on the debate stage last night. In the video posted by Biden campaign, Rittenhouse appears about 12 seconds into the video. So he's not, it sounds like he's not even the focal point. He's just in the video, like whatever. But, I don't see how you can sue for defamation on that.
I don't know, man.
It's a tough one.
It's certain things you get in trouble for that. I mean, they can't do anything about that.
No,
anyways.
I don't think there's anything they can do about it. It's just showboating. Just trying to lighten the load. So New York Times, behind in the polls, Republicans see a silver lining in voter registration, with President Trump trailing in the public polls in nearly every major battleground state. Republicans reporting to what they see as more promising data. Updated voter registration tallies show that Republicans have narrowed the gap with Democrats in 3 critical states. So apparently, they're starting to make a comeback. The tremendous voter registration gained by Republicans is a secret weapon that will make the difference in the Republicans in 2020, said Dee Stewart, a Republican political consultant in North Carolina. And the last one I have is, you were already saying this, Lucas. Pence's inner circle has got 5 people that tested positive. So the report was at least 3, but now apparently,
what's his title?
Research Lucas.
Pence,
Yeah.
the vice president.
No, but
Michael
isn't he
Pence?
like the minister of the COVID relief?
He's like the head of the
taskmaster?
task force. Yes, 100%. 100%.
Dong.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
I was about to be like, what are you asking right now?
Yeah. It's pretty embarrassing. So, over 50 million people voted so far, which is amazing. So review I can talk. Review us on iTunes. If you want music on our show, submissions at BWSS Podcast. Review us, like us, subscribe, all that shit.
Tell us if you hate us.
Yeah, tell us if you hate us. If we suck, we don't mind criticism. Doesn't bother us at all. So, any last minute thoughts? Anyone?
Just that if anybody wants to deliver some flowers locally or nationally.
Yeah, what's the website again?
It's FLORMOSURA.com.
There you go. So, all right, Seth and Mike 1, Laz and Mike 2, Lucas and Mike 3.
Hey.
And we got Jackson and Mike 4. Rock on, everyone. Appreciate it. We'll see you next week. Boom.
Peace.
Can't wait to get them out.
Kill. All I feel is brains, blood, and guts. Chill.